When I was studying, it was so difficult for me to find relevant information online. It was either someone trying to sell me something, someone trying to get me to click something to sell me something, or someone just going off on a tangent and like not saying anything concrete. So here are some tips and tricks to help you pass the PMP on your first try.
Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, so welcome to my channel. I typically don't cover PMP topics on here, but it was part of my journey, so I figured I should share a few tips and tricks on how I passed the PMP on my first try. You can pass the PMP exam with just self-study alone. If your company is not paying for your prep courses, and if you just don't have the funds to invest in an expensive prep course, you don't have to. You can absolutely pass the exam with self-study. So I don't want you to feel that you need to get a boot camp or any of these online courses, because you really don't. What I scored on my PMP exam. So I got 4 above targets for initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, controlling, and then 1 below target in closing. And through the PMP magical system, however they basically come up with this criteria, I got a pass, and that is all I was concerned about. I was just trying to get target, but I got above target, so I was just ecstatic. So yeah, and I did all of that without a prep course. Like, you don't need a prep course, and a lot of these prep courses are so dry. I'm telling you, because I attempted one the first time that I tried to take this exam. I studied for maybe 2 weeks, and I was like, no, I'm not doing this. So yeah, just don't waste your time. I'm telling you, it is a waste of time. This goes into tip number 2. You need to create a study plan. You have to treat studying for the PMP like a project. So with my project, which was studying for the PMP, I built in a shit ton of float. I had float for float, because I know me. I know I'm gonna wanna go out to dinner with my friends. I know I'm gonna wanna turn up, and I know I'm gonna wanna do something that I wanna just do. So because of that, I needed to make sure that I was creating a study plan that gave me flexibility, because if it was too back-to-back the deadlines, I wouldn't be able to deliver whatever results I needed by the time that I needed to. So make sure you build a study plan that is for you. And I also put a link down below to my study plan, so you can definitely take a look at it, revise it. It is free 99. Go for it, and make it your own. So just a quick overview of what I did. Week 1, I went through head first. Week 2, I went through How to Pass the PMP on Your First Try by Andy Ko. Week 3 and 4 were dedicated to practice exams. So every 3 to 4 days, I would take a practice exam, and in between those days, I would revise my studying based on my weak points. So again, all of that is down below. If you need, some, guidance or some inspiration on how to create your study plan, check out the link below. That gets me to tip number 3. You need to take a shit ton of practice exams. Do not go into this exam without taking at least 3 exams. You need to take practice exams. I took about 6 to 7 before I felt that I was ready to take the exam, and surprisingly on my last one I performed pretty low. I got a 70%, but it was still considered passing based off the pass-fail metrics of the exam simulator, the criteria that they set. So I went in on exam day and I passed. So just to recap, the things that you need. Tip 1, you don't need an expensive prep course to pass this exam. Tip 2, you need to create a study plan and you need to stick to it. Create one that works for you. And then tip 3, take a shit ton of practice exams. Like, put in the work, really, and you are definitely on your way to passing the PMP. So yeah, that is basically it. Again, no frills, no like magical formulas, like literally is doable. It is a lot of information. It is a lot of information. And I was able to pass the PMP and study for it within 35 days. I also did it without looking for a job, without working. I literally was a student for 35 days and it was awesome. So if you are not in that same boat, I highly recommend 6 to 8 weeks is a good enough time, because you can spend 4 months really focusing on the material. So 2 weeks on one book, 2 weeks on the next, and then 2 weeks of practice exams. Or, you can do 8 weeks and kind of extend it, but no longer than that. Oh my goodness. I remember the first time that I attempted to study for this exam and I gave myself a 4-month study schedule. I couldn't get through the first month. This material can be very dry. It was just too dry and my social life got the best of me. So I definitely wouldn't recommend going that far out, and then I wouldn't recommend going too short either, because again, you want to build float. Things happen. You want to make sure that you have ample enough time to review and really understand the material. And also, like, unless you want to go off grid, like hide your kids, hide your wife, not speak to anybody in your family for about 4 weeks, no social life, you don't want to do a 4-week study schedule. And if you do, kudos to you. I mean, it's just a month of your life, but I highly recommend making sure that you build some type of social life into your study plan, because your friends and your family may want to see you. So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for visiting. I hope this video was helpful. If you like what you heard, feel free to share, comment, like, and subscribe. We'll greatly appreciate it. And if you have any questions on, passing the PMP, like, anything that you want to know about it, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll make sure to get to your comment. So, okay, bye.